What the heck is up, you guys? It's your boy Ace, aka Animated Heroes, here back with another review. Today we're going to be taking a look at the TONSEN ARTTOYS custom headset for the Vegeta, and as they have it named, it is the Primitive Prince. And I gotta say, this is one I know a lot of people are excited for, so let's not waste any time and dive right into that sexy packaging. Just a friendly reminder from your boy Ace, don't forget to check out my boys at Anime Store so that you can pick up some of the latest releases from my FX, Dawson Model, Demoniacal Fit, and more for some of the best prices and the fastest shipping. Let's get into it. Now, when it comes to art, you guys know it is my thing. I've said it a bunch of times, but I'm not going to waste too much time talking about it now. As you guys can see, the color of the packaging is blue to pretty much fit the theme that is Vegeta's color. It does say Primitive Prince right there, TONSEN ARTTOYS at the bottom, Volume 1. You've got this really chibi-like image of Vegeta, which I really like. You got the Ozaru in the background, or Grade 8, whatever you want to call it. You got the moon right here, and all along the box it does say TONSEN Art. Nothing much at the top, nothing much at the bottom. TONSEN Art on the side, and then of course on the back, nothing really important. You got some rocks and things for like the background. Now, something I do think is important, it says right here, please use a hair dryer or hot water to heat before use. And basically that's saying heat up the product before you change or put on these head sculpts. I highly recommend that, guys, because the last thing you ever want is to break a neck peg. Now anyway, let's go ahead and take a look at these guys inside of the plastic so I can bust it out for you guys to look at. Now, one thing I want to mention that I like they did is included an extra neck peg. So just in case you do break the OG neck peg whenever you're swapping these out, you do have this one as a spare. So I really appreciate that. But then here they are, the 6 head sculpts in the package, looking really, really dope. Now, let's put these on because I'm tired of wasting time. Now, straight out of the packaging, the first thing I want to say is, I don't know what it is, man, but these third-party companies are really going in when it comes to these Dragon Ball accessory packs. Maybe they just know it's an easy way to capitalize and make some money because the Dragon Ball collectors are going to buy it, or maybe it's just something they're like, hey, they're passionate about it because they also love Dragon Ball and they collect these too. Now, it's probably a mixture of both, but either way, man, we've got DL Customs at this point. We've got this company now, TONSEN Art, and then we've even got Demoniacal Fit, and of course there's Kong Studios also, even though they're not the best. It's just Dragon Ball stuff all over, and I wish it was more characters instead of just Goku and Vegeta, but still, you gotta appreciate things where you can get them, and in this case, this thing is sick, man. I don't know how else to put it. This is very reminiscent, more so of like Shintani's art style, not so much Akira Toriyama or Toyotaro, because Toyotaro has the more narrow hair. Shintani kind of has that wild style, but either way, it looks good, man. This thing just looks so dope. It also kind of looks like a Dragon Ball, maybe Xenoverse-esque look for Vegeta. There's so many interpretations that this could be considered, and I just like this a lot. So, man, this is dope. Now, before I move any further, there's 2 things I want to say. First off, big shout out to Anime Store for sending me these accessory packs to review. I highly appreciate it. And guys, if you haven't shopped with Anime Store before, make sure that you go and check them out. And I'm going to say this early in the video just in case I forget. The link for this accessory pack will be in the description below. And also what I wanted to say next is that unfortunately, I don't have any other Vegeta figures to pop these head sculpts onto. I do have the new Super Saiyan Vegeta release on the way, but unfortunately it might not be here by the time I get to all these accessory packs. So just be on the lookout for photos on Instagram for a better look of how these kind of turned out and how they'll be on the other body. Now, that being said, let's go ahead and show off the other head sculpts that come with this Vegeta because, man, TONSEN Arts just killed it. Now, in terms of the head sculpts that come with this guy, you do get 6 interchangeable faceplates. You do have the neutral head sculpt, which comes right out of the packaging. You've got the signature smirk right here. You've got the teeth gritted expression right there, which at first when I was seeing photos of that, I didn't think that or the yelling face actually looked that good. It kind of seems like the mouths were a little too close to the nose, or maybe they're just too small. Something looked a bit off. I will say that they are better in person, but there's still something that's just a tad bit off. I can't put my finger on it, but they still do look really good, painted very nicely and all that good stuff. Now, the head sculpt that I know most people probably are picking this up for is the Ozaru transformation head. Now, this was genius. It's probably my least favorite out of all the face plates, but to most Dragon Ball fans, this is just a nostalgic moment. So I'm pretty sure a lot of people are going to be excited about that one. I don't really care for it, but it does look good. It's just not my favorite. Now, the one I think is the most genius is this one right here of him getting punched in the face. Because we all know Vegeta takes a lot of L's. He gives them out, but I think he takes a whole lot more. Matter of fact, I was about to say I think, but I know he takes way more L's than W's. And so I feel like that was very, very smart. And what's funny is you can actually see like knuckle prints on the face, so that's really, really dope. I like that a lot. I think that's probably the best one they came up with. Hopefully Tamashii Nations will do some things like this in the future. Now, for my final thoughts on this accessory pack, I gotta say, it's definitely worth the pickup for sure. Again, it's all about if you're looking to spice up your Dragon Ball collection. Now, if you're someone who's content with everything Tamashii Nations has released, then you don't necessarily need this. But if you are all about getting the most out of all your Dragon Ball figures and having all these different kinds of looks, then this is it, man. I honestly think this is probably the best Vegeta has looked in terms of face printing for a 1/12 scale figure, man. And I know, again, accessory pack. Tamashii Nations has to work on whole bodies, while these other third-party companies can just focus on these head sculpts, and that's why they continue to do so well with them. But this is just on another league, man. This is something that is crazy. Not to say Tamashii Nations can't do it, because they have been putting a ton of detail in their new releases, and I'm not just talking Dragon Ball when I say releases. So who knows, this might become the standard, but as of right now, this is where it's at, man. Now, one last thing I want to say is if you look at these side by side, the Tonsen art actually has a bit more shine to the hair. Obviously, it's because it's a different plastic. I think it looks great, man. I really love the sculpt work and all the extra detail they put into it. I think it makes it more defined and it makes the figure pop a whole lot more. But yeah, I just wanted to throw that out there because some people don't really care for the shine. They like it to be as matte as possible. Whatever. Everyone has their preferences. But overall, I think this is great, man. I am definitely going to be keeping these head sculpts on my Vegeta as long as I'm posing him in base form. And I'm pretty sure anyone that picks this up is probably going to feel the same way. Now, one last time, big shout out to Anime Store for sending me this. Guys, if you want to get it, the link is in the description below. Just click on it and then there you go. And I don't get any kind of points or anything. This isn't for me. This is strictly for you guys. But overall, I hope that you guys did enjoy this video. If so, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. That always helps me out. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Make sure to hit that bell icon to be notified whenever I upload new content. And last but not least, follow me on everything you see listed in the description below to keep up with my activity outside of YouTube. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Stay safe wherever you are, and bye.